am Joseph Dressel, and my major is social science with an emphasis in criminal justice.
Hello, my name is Eric Correa, and I am majoring in psychology.
Hello, I'm Basilio Hernandez, and my major is social sciences with an emphasis on child and adolescent development.
What do you know about social norms?
Hey, don't you know to follow social norms?
Your social norm, no diving.
3 different types of norms. The first one, norms that are followed due to the laws. Second, norms that are unspoken cultural understandings. And third, norms are unspoken regulations.
So there are 3 types of roles. There's gender roles, occupational roles, and family roles. Starting off with gender roles, it's behavior learned by a person appropriate to your gender, and it's determined by your culture. Occupational roles. It's a social norm that allows someone to organize and allocate for self-care activities. For example, if you're a student, you have certain roles. If you're a spouse or a worker. Family roles. Each family decides who has the power and authority and what to do in your family. There's rights and privileges and certain obligations you have to take place when you're in a family. If the rules aren't followed, then penalties will be seen. And in a family role or gender role, if you don't follow your role, then you will feel uncomfortable, or someone, either in your family member or friend, will make you feel uncomfortable.
So for our project, we decided to study and look at the different social norms that take place here on Hope and at Cal State Fullerton. While walking around, we looked at the different cultures and noticed how they both differentiated in Hope and how everyone is real open and they like to talk and get to know each other, and they take the time out of the day to talk to one another and just be social. While walking around Cal State Fullerton, we noticed that the pace of everyone was very fast and everyone had a place to be, and it was very different than at Hope. No one took the time to just say hi to anyone or talk to anyone. People had their headphones in, heads down, and their phones, just really fast-paced, trying to get to their class, get to their next thing. There wasn't really much socializing within groups like we see here at Hope. Everyone was on their own and independent.
So now I'm going to be talking about the attribution theory, and there's 2 different types of attributions. The first one is a situational attribution. So the cause of someone's actions is due to the environment that's around them. And then the second type of attribution is dispositional attribution, and that is when people say that the cause of action is because of something that the guy's or the person's feeling inside. However, when we explain somebody else's behavior, we usually overestimate the personality and underestimate the situation or the environment that they find themselves in.
So due to situational attribution, we've noticed that on the Hope campus that people feel that this environment is really open and that people tend to talk to one another and be open and start conversation. And while we were over at Cal State Fullerton, we noticed that a lot of people, due to the environment of being so many people around and a lot of people alone or within pairs, they really stayed to themselves and they didn't open out or branch out to others, and they stayed on their phones. And that was a real big difference that we saw from here at Hope rather than over there at Cal State Fullerton.
So now we're going to be talking about dispositional attribution. Okay, so dispositional attribution is basically how you feel inside, or how you grew up and how your attitude is since the beginning. For example, if you grew up in a small family and you were an only child, you might be a little more shy when you go out. And on the other hand, if you grew up with a big family with a lot of brothers, sisters, and cousins, you'll probably be more outgoing. For example, in Hope, there's more people who are kind of outgoing, since it's a smaller campus and everyone gets to know each other. Other than in Cal State Fullerton, where it's just such a big campus, you know, people don't really tend to talk to one another or know each other, so they tend to keep to themselves more often.
They'll be talking about me, I'm sure.
그게 나올 거야.
욕하면 모를 거 아니야. 어차피 리코딩 하는 거.
아 우리 연습생 어디 갈까? 막 이런 거.
조슈아 트리? 물 맛이 이제 정말 대단하네.
This is a social norm here at Hope. People always having fun, you know, enjoying their time, playing ping pong.
What's up, guys?
It's a friendly campus. Even though they're really bad at ping pong, but nice guys.